Welcome back. Thank you for staying with CNN News 18. We have some breaking news that's coming in from the state of Karnataka, and this is a CNN News 18 Mega Exclusive news break. Now, an ISIS gang has been busted in the state of Karnataka. Top intelligence sources have told CNN News 18 that major arrests have been made in Bengaluru. Now, this case is related to an ISIS module run by a person, Junaid. Now, Junaid was in touch with ISI and sent explosives to these boys, possibly from Gujrat border or Punjab border. This operation is also being run by another Manglore blast accused from the jail, and they are already in possession of grenade and were planning a major attack. So we're getting you this big and mega exclusive news break that an ISIS gang has been busted in Karnataka. Our correspondent Ritu is joining us on the broadcast. Ritu, can you tell us more about this ISIS gang that has now been busted?
A major development here in the Karnataka. You see, the CCP have now arrested 5 suspected terrorists. In fact, now what we are also given to understand from our sources is that in the murder, in fact, that took place in 2017, these 5 accused, these were the 5 suspected terrorists, in fact, who were accused in that case, and later point they were put into the Parappa Aganahara jail in Bengaluru, and where they came in touch with these terrorists, and thereafter this whole plan went forward, where they kept learning on those skills, in fact, and came out as well. Now, what we are also given to understand from our sources is that they were, in fact, planning for a big attack in the city, and thereafter, once the CCP police, in fact, got the information, they traced the locations of these 5 suspected terrorists and have now arrested them as well. In fact, the police have also seized the explosive materials too. Now they are under the interrogation is on in this whole matter, and police is trying to understand and how that they came in touch with this terrorist and the kind of information that he had shared it with him as well, and what was their exact plan too, because now what we are given to understand is that explosive materials in huge quantity is also being seized by the police. So we will have to wait for some more time, where even more information will be put out by the Bengaluru police commissioner as well in this matter. But yes, this is a major development that has taken place in the Karnataka.
So, Ritu, what action will now be taken against these people?
First thing that we'll have to see to what kind of details will actually emerge from this particular case, and then later point, the police, of course, now carrying out the interrogation.
Ritu, please stay with us. CNN News 18's Anand Narsimhan is joining us on the broadcast. Anand, a very good morning to you. So, can you tell us more about this ISIS gang that has been busted in Karnataka?
Well, we've got information from our group editor security, Manoj Gupta, that there is going to be a big press conference by the Karnataka police at around 10:30 a.m. today. But this is a big arrest. This is the suspect is named, the module handler is a person named Junaid from Baku. There are 4 people who've been arrested. They were planning to, they're already in possession. We are given to understand of grenades, but they were also going to get other sophisticated arms and ammunition from ISI-backed entities, or the Pak ISI-backed entities, via the Punjab border or from Jammu region. And these arms were going to be ferried to them for them to carry out terror attacks and strikes. There were some key targets that have been identified, but this is a big success for the authorities, that these people have now been, who are highly motivated. They had their targets present, and they were influenced by the ISIS and that ideology, but they were also getting external support, and their handler, we are given to understand, was operating from Baku. Now, the 4 people who have been arrested, their names we have in our possession, and I think we're putting those names out on our screens. But this is a big success. The Karnataka government, the police, has been working with intelligence agencies very closely, monitoring the activities of these people, and they have now been arrested.
Well, absolutely, Anand. So now that they have been arrested, what can be expected next?
Well, clearly details will be sourced from them to try and understand what their motivation was, who their targets were, and who their handlers, and whether or not they are operating only as lone wolves, or it's a separate module, or was this module also part of a larger network of groups which are now perhaps seeded across the country. Now, there could be a pan-nation crackdown. This has been happening for quite some time, that ISIS-inspired modules have been cracked down upon, and somewhere the threads have all seem to be on the face of it seem to be individual lone wolves or individual groups operating in their own silos, but they seem to be connected somewhere via their handlers. They seem to be a common thread that it's pointing in one direction. So the idea is to see how many such modules or how many such units have been seeded across the country, and how is it that they're all networked together and connected together. A lot of them seem to be using some encrypted platforms, but highly motivated individuals who were in possession of arms. Now, another aspect which we see is that they're not only highly motivated, they're trained, but they're also been patient. They've not rushed into carrying out attacks, and there is a certain level of preparation and timing. And they all seem to be fed specific targets to whom they need to attack, or who they need to, or where they, or locations where they need to coordinate these attacks and conduct these attacks. So who's the mastermind? Where is it all coming from, originating from, and is there a common point here in India? I think these are the answers that will be sought by the investigation agencies.
All right, Anand, thank you so much for giving us all those details.